I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about your dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Because that's
I just couldn't think of the in for it.
That's a major moment in your guys' life, and I met him. I mean, this absolute sweetheart.
Thank you.
And when I heard about that, obviously my heart was broken for you guys, and it was after we had our little like beef thing on Twitter, and none of that mattered anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you guys felt something along the lines of wow, there's some things in life that you can't replace, and I'm just wondering how you guys have moved on from that and what your learnings are from it.
Yeah, it's different every day, honestly. Like when it first happened, he was just like a warrior through the whole situation, and like he had really gnarly cancer.
Like you said, like absolute sweetheart, but like he was just like the toughest guy, but just like was a sweetheart on the outside. Yeah. So he didn't want you to think he was a tough guy.
Sure. He had like quiet confidence about how he went about everything. Sure. You know what I mean? And he never let his hope die. He got a tattoo right over. He had gastroesophageal cancer, and he got a tattoo that said "Never fade me" right over where he got it. And I truly think it never faded him and who he was in his soul and who he was like inside of his head. Even when cancer went to his brain, he still like when he would snap into it, you got moments of him, like it was just like he didn't let it affect him, and he didn't let anybody around him see that it did.
Warrior shit.
Yeah. So it was just like seeing him like that, and then losing him. Like I live my life like that now, where I'm just like I don't let like even if it's like extreme, I just can't let it bother me because like none of what I've gone through has been anything that I could possibly relate to his in any way in a situation that he stayed so strong in.
Sure.
Yeah. So like
that's a father figure.
We're living in the second year after losing him, and people say like, oh, it normally catches up with you after a year. And my first year was pretty shitty, so I was like, what's the second year going to be like? And I think what I have to say about that is like if I'm ever feeling really down or just like fucking confused about who I am and all this shit, like. I understand how it could really fuck you up after losing someone who's so close to you because you start questioning the meaning of life, and then you're like, what the fuck's the point of it if my best friend isn't here anymore? And like the whole time my dad was like passing away, it was like a straight month of me just sleeping on the couch next to him, and I would just like reassure him that wherever he was going was better than where we are. And then I literally convinced myself that for a full month. I was like, he's going somewhere way better than where I am. Why the fuck am I still here? Like, what's the point of like carrying on? Okay. So like, yeah. It's a roller coaster, honestly.
Yeah. I can't imagine, guys.
Yeah. It's just like, the first year was really numb, and I was like, I felt guilty for not being as negatively affected as I should have been. I think it was like a lot of that had to do with the fact that I feel like I kind of collected a piece of him.
Sure.
So like that warrior in me was like keeping me so strong. But as the years go on, and like I guess I'm able to process things a little bit better, I'm still not really able to think about it. Like I can't right now think and like start crying about like losing my dad, even though he was the closest person to me besides my twin brother. I can't. Like there's nothing I can do, and it's like this numbness that's so confusing and you can't really explain. But I will say that like I was like pretty optimistic that I was going to be able to like not be fucked up from it. You know what I mean? That I was going to be able to hold that, but like it's like proven itself that like it is going to fuck me up at some times.
It affects you.
Yeah.
It will forever.
And I push the guilt aside. Like when it does make me upset or when it does make me like angry or however it comes out of me, like I was guilty about that. But like for anybody that lost someone, like you got to know that all of your emotions are valid. Like you're allowed to feel how you feel.
Absolutely.
Because it's a personal experience for everybody. Grief is not the same for it's so different. Like. So
it's made me rush life in some aspects as well because I realize how quickly it can be
how
gone.
Fleeting it is.
Yeah. My dad was like 49, so
that's young.
He had just turned 50, like, and then passed away like weeks after. So and it's kind of making me rush wanting to have a family and everything too because I feel like I have a lack of a family now. Like my dad was the heart of my family. I have a very loving family and I see them a lot and I appreciate them. And we talk all the time.
Your parents were still married?
Yeah.
How's your mom holding up?
She's really tough as well. I mean, like,
she's like a warrior like him, honestly. Like I couldn't imagine. They started dating in high school.
Holy boys, this is fucking tragic.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But I'm like happy to hear what it's producing in you. Like the first thing that you mentioned about this was that it created a perspective in you that keeps you calm, relaxed, and focused in times of what you used to think were major life obstacles. You know what I'm saying? And now you know what a major life obstacle really fucking feels like. And I think, you know, that experience and that trauma is as sad as it is and as you know, gut-wrenching it is such a valuable experience for you to live through. You know what I'm saying? And to truly understand what this life is and what is really meaningful, you know?
But also just because I went through that doesn't mean that the little shit doesn't get me down.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
sure.
Like, it still does. And for a while, like when little shit would bother me, I was like, why the fuck is this bothering me? But like even more so than, or what feels like more so than, you know, losing someone that I love so much.
And just quickly back to what you said, like just about my mom and how she's holding up and everything. Like I'm now in a relationship and I'm like in love. I really care for my girlfriend, and I can't imagine having that relationship with my girlfriend that I've only had for really like 8 months, or 9 or 10 months.
No, don't get caught.
She's gonna kill you. She's gonna kill you. Yeah, you're fucked.
She's gonna be like, "What were you doing?"
Like, my parents had that for like basically their whole entire lives since they were 15 years old, and I just can't imagine that just being taken away. So that like getting into a relationship definitely like opened a wound in a sense. Yeah.
Ethan, it sounds like that experience made you sort of second guess like your purpose and why you're on this planet.
Yeah.
Grayson, is anything that you've second guessed? Are you guys religious? Have you questioned your belief system?
I would say I'm spiritual.
Okay.
I believe in like a personal connection with whoever is above. I don't want to like get into it too much.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone is entitled to believe what they want to if it makes them feel good. But I think it's affected me the most, and maybe this is also because Ethan is in like a really like loving relationship that I don't have right now, and I don't also have the relationship that I have with my dad. But like Ethan said, like I really constantly just think about building my own family. Like, you know what I mean? Like the connection that I had son to father is gone, like physically gone, and like I just want to recreate that so bad, and I feel like I'm in a rush to like get married and have kids and start a family because I just want what was taken away in a sense, you know.
It makes total sense.
Yeah. Like I've been memed on as like a dad and stuff like that by like our fans, but like the deeper meaning to that is just like that it's been kind of taken away, and I really just like I always just dream about like rebuilding it, and it's something to look forward to, but not something to rush. And I've learned that recently. Like, I've been trying to like rush into like relationships and things like that, and it just is like
can't do that.
Yeah, it's backfired.
Yeah. I mean, who the fuck am I? But I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because you gotta live your life at your pace too.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't even know what the fuck my pace is. I feel like I have no breaks. Like,
you guys are so young too. You guys are. I can't believe you're like way ahead of the curve.
I don't feel young, but
I don't feel young either.
Well, because you've lived quite the life over the past 5 years. You've lived fucking 3 or 4 lives that any normal human being would be satisfied with.
Yeah.
And you guys got your whole life ahead of you, 80+ years. I imagine you'll be over 100.
Yeah, 102. 102, and then we'll do like you ever see like the Hunger Games 1 where Katniss and PETA, they did the berries and they were gonna eat the poison berries at the same time. That's how we're gonna go.
Join suicide? Join suicide?
No, not suicide. Like if we're both, I imagine we'll both be sick, or we'll probably be in sync. Honestly, we probably won't even have to do that.
Great.
You guys don't have to do anything.
High fire.
You guys got to take, just my last thought on it, you guys got to take tremendous relief in knowing that you had found such success and made your parents, both of them, so proud in the time that they, you know, both of them have gotten to spend with you. It was something that I think I struggled with, and I think a lot of people watching the show definitely struggle with this idea that they want to make their parents proud, and you guys definitely did that. You guys definitely did that.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that a lot.